Welcome to the Real Turf Technicians Google Drive video series. Follow along as we dive into Google Drive. I'm your host, Trent Manning. Welcome everybody. Thank you for joining. This is Google Drive 101. It's going to be the first video in our Google Drive series, and this is just the basics of Google Drive. The first thing you need to do is set up a Google Drive account for your facility. So if you have a personal Google Drive account, I highly recommend setting up one just for your facility, your shop, however you're using this, your golf course, your sports field, and name it appropriately. This is the home screen in Google Drive, and I've set one up for my shop, and it's called Setting Down Shop. So you also get a Gmail address with that, and we'll get into how we can use that later on in the series. One of the first things we should cover is the new button. So if we click on this new button, we have an option to create a new folder, upload a file, upload a folder, or we could create some kind of document. So to go over these documents, Google Docs is basically a Word document. Google Sheets is a spreadsheet similar to Excel. Google Slides is similar to PowerPoint. Google Forms, we'll be doing a video just on Google Forms, thanks to Brian Bressler. Google Drawings, Google Maps, Google Sites, Google App Script, that's for creating macros and that kind of stuff. We'll dabble into that a little bit. So next, let's say you want to create a folder. We click our new button, we click folder, we'll give it a name, click create, and now we have a new folder. It highlights it here, the folder we created. And now let's put a file in this folder. We can open up our file folder on our desktop, pick a file. Since I've been playing with videos, I got several videos here, and we simply drag it to the screen. And it tells us down here that it's uploading. It's got the little clock that's showing us how long it's going to take. Gives us a time. We can upload multiple items at a time. If we go back to our folder, let's just get in my documents. Let's say I want to take this whole folder and put it in here. I'll just simply drag it over. Now it'll upload this folder. As you can see, we got 9 documents in that folder. 6 of them are already uploaded, and it gives us the time. Once it's uploaded, we'll get the little check mark. If we hover over the check mark and click it, it will show us where the folder is. It gives us more details on this folder. When you first bring up Google Drive, this will be your home screen. This is what you're going to see. So we're looking at My Drive right now. The next one is Shared with Me. So if anybody else has shared documents to My Drive, they're going to show up under this tab. Your most recently used documents are going to be under Recent. If you have starred any documents, it's going to show up under your starred documents. And while we're here, we'll talk about how you star a document. Pretty simple. If you right click, you can add it to the starred folder. Since this one's already there, I could remove it. If I went back to My Drive and right-clicked, I could add that to my Shared tab. And then you also have a Trash tab, which it looks like I might need to clean mine out. Down here it tells us our storage. So Google gives you 15 gigabytes per account that you set up for free. And I've used 427 megabytes. So I've barely made a dent in all this data that you can store. You can upgrade your plan. I don't remember the exact cost, but it's a couple bucks a month to get 50 gigabytes. So storage is pretty cheap. I know several guys that are using this extensively for their shop management, and they hadn't come anywhere close to filling it up. And I have a ton of manuals in this one right now, and I'm not even close to the 15 gigabytes, as you can see. Next, we'll go over here. We have a list view and a grid view. So it's pretty self-explanatory. I'm still in my trash folder, but this works for all the tabs over on the left. We can just change the view, personal preference, whatever you want to do. If we want to get more information, we can hit the I button for more information. It gives us a brief description of it, what type of file it is, how big the file is, who owns it, when it was created, the last time it was opened, and last time it was modified. So a couple things over here on your right that can be pretty handy. I use calendars a good bit, and since I'm doing everything else in Google, why not use Google Calendars? I'm not going to get into that today, but it's pretty self-explanatory. This icon here is Google Keep. It's basically a task list. You can have this on your phone. There's an app for Google Keep. You can put all your notes in here, your to-do list, all kind of stuff, and you can share it with others. So pretty handy little thing Google's got going on there. The next one here is Task, and I don't use that very often, but it's similar to Notes, so you can just have a list of tasks in there. But I do recommend checking out Google Keep. Really handy little guy. If we want to share a document or a folder, we can right click on that document. And there's a couple different ways. If I have a person's email address, I can left click there on share. I can enter their email address here. I can also see who I shared this folder with. So right now I only got one other guy that can view this folder, and this particular folder's we got a bunch of pictures for an article I wrote on the Do Roller. Another way we can share a document is right click on the folder or file, click Get Shareable Link, and it'll tell us down here that the link sharing was turned on and it was copied to our clipboard. Since the link was copied to our clipboard, we could simply Control V and paste that into an email. We could paste it into Google Keep and share it with somebody else. The options are endless. This is my main shop folder. So I'm going to double left click, open that up. Here I have some Toro manuals, and we're just going to look at how you view some of these manuals. Again, I'm going to double left click, open that up. All these manuals are in PDF. So to preview a file, we will double left click on the file and it'll bring up a preview. We can also open it with Google Docs, and it'll put it into a Word document, and we could edit the Word document. In the preview, it shows us what page number we're on, the total number of pages. We can zoom in for us older ladies and gentlemen. We can also zoom back out. If we wanted to add a comment to the document, we would do that here by clicking this icon. If we want to print, we can send it to the printer. We can download it to the desktop. If we click the three dots, it's for more actions. We can get back to our sharing to share this with others. We can move the document to another folder. We can add it to our star list. We can rename it. And one of the best features that I've found is the find. So if we click find, and I have a parts catalog pulled up for Flex 21, and I know what the part might be called, so I just type in belt. I click enter, and it tells me here it found belt in this document 2 times, and it's showing me the first time it was found. And if I hit the down arrow, it'll go to the next time it was found, and that's the 2 belts for this mower. So I really like being able to use this. Makes things a lot faster to get to, especially when you're searching a really large document. So to get out of this screen, we just hit the left arrow here and it will close it. I'm going to go back to my main shop folder and show you the difference. If it's a Google Sheet, it's going to have this icon. If it's an Excel sheet, it'll have this icon, and it'll also have the Excel extension. If I right click on an Excel document, it gives me an option to open it with Google Sheets. If I was to just open this document by double left clicking, I'm only going to get a preview of the Excel, and I can't edit it. I can highlight some cells, but I can't make any changes here. I can download it, and it would be in Excel format. And I can also open it with Google Sheets here after I've opened the preview window. But normally what I will do is just right click on the Excel document and open it with a Google Sheet, and it creates a new file in Google Sheets. It keeps the name the same. It still leaves the Excel extension in there, and I can make all the edits I wanted to in this document and then download it back to my desktop, and it would still be in Excel. So getting back to Google Drive, if you notice the shop folder that we created in the video earlier, it just has a plain envelope. The one above it has an icon in the folder, and that lets us know that it is shared. So if we look at any of these folders, we can tell if they're shared or not. Any document I add to a shared folder will share that document with the same individuals. Some other things we can do with the folder: if we right click the folder, we can share it. We can get a shareable link. We can add a shortcut to Drive. We can move it to a different location within Drive. We can add it to our starred. We can rename it. We can change the color. So when we hover over color, it gives us these basic color options. We can also search the folder, or we could download the whole folder, and we can remove the folder. If we go to the Shared with Me tab, these are the documents that are shared with Setting Down Shop at Gmail. And if for some reason I don't want to see one of these, if I don't need it anymore, somebody shared it with me a long time ago and it's not relevant, I can right click and I can click remove, and it will remove this file, and it'll tell me down here that it was removed, but it does not delete the file. So the person that shared it with me still has the file, but I don't have to look at it anymore. If you notice at the bottom left of my screen, I can download Google Drive for my desktop. And what that does is it just creates a Google Drive folder at the Windows level on your desktop, and it'll have all your documents in there. You can edit documents on your desktop, and then whenever you connect to the internet, they will automatically upload into Google Drive. I really hope you enjoyed this video, Google Drive 101, and I hope you tune in for the next one in the series. We're going to cover the job board that the superintendent uses in the shop for assigning the crew all their daily tasks. So I hope to see you soon. Thank you so much for watching the Real Turf Technician Google Drive video series. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps. See you, bye.